And what's your name?
William.
William.
Benjamin William.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to engage people in conversation about what they believe.
On God or on hell.
Well, obviously, everyone says they believe this or that, but it's another thing when they actually live as if they believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for example, someone says, I don't believe that there's a God. But then when there's a storm comes, an airplane's upside down, then suddenly, oh my God, oh my God.
Where is the God?
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And this Hellfire Club, this is obviously just a...
Dublin.
Dublin,
This is Dublin
okay.
story.
Nothing to do with hell itself.
No, it's a big building.
Oh, okay.
Was in a fire.
Okay.
Was black heavy metal.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you like
That
heavy
was-
metal?
I do, yeah.
Well, let me tell you something.
That was
See that camera?
ages. That was ages ago. No.
I once used to be very critical of people who listen to that type of music. But they said to me, why don't you listen to the words? I said, words? Are there words there? I couldn't hear the words. But I listened to Metallica. And I didn't know that if you listen carefully, they actually are using the Bible a lot.
That's classic. I know.
Like the song is called Creeping Death.
They're from religion. From the Bible. I know.
Yeah. One of them is a Seventh-day Adventist, actually. And the other guy, I don't know. But they have some beliefs.
Look, man, I won't give you my time, but look, very nice to meet you.
You too, William.
Nice to
Maybe
meet
next
you.
time. Liam and William.
See you later, lads.
All right, man. There's a huge difference when it comes to not having any PA system. Well, now I wonder if I can give someone a test. Do you like doing tests?
Yeah, why not?
All right, here's something for you then. This is called, well, first of all, this is, hey kids, I'm Albert Brienstein. That's, what age are you?
I am 12.
Well, that's probably suits you just down the road. There's something for yourself. Are you going to be a scientist one day?
Yeah.
Good. So, I have a few questions to ask people, you see. You can answer these questions, or you can go for the very hard questions. What?
Now here.
What?
God is now here.
God is now here. That could say that. There are other options.
God is not here. That's a.
Huh?
Oh, I see. God is nowhere.
It could say that as well. So depending on the people that you meet, you might meet people who go, aha, yeah, well, God is nowhere. Because
God is everywhere.
that's what you say, right? I agree with you, by the way. But I'm just saying that some people would go, God is nowhere, because they are what you call atheists, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now then, when you say God is everywhere, in what sense is God everywhere?
Like everything we do, He sees us.
Yeah.
Like,
That wouldn't be God being everywhere. That would be God all knowing,
well, all knowing and seeing.
seeing with His big eyes, or just that He's in every place in some sense.
Yeah.
He's in every place.
Like, what's your religious backgrounds?
Christian.
I'm Muslim.
Okay, Muslim. I thought it was going to be the other way around. For some reason, well, here's the reason why I ask, because some people, they worship statues, don't they? Now, how could they do that? God doesn't want to be represented by a statue, does He? No. You can't limit God to a statue, to one place and one area at a time. All right? So there you go. There's lots of things we could ask. Here's another question for you. You could try to answer that one.
Alright. What is greater than God? Worse than the living? The dead eat it, and if the living eat it. What does that mean? Well, I was supposed to.
Well, you're supposed to give the answer. So what is greater than God, worse than the devil? It's one thing that is all the answer is one word that will answer all of these questions, right? So what is greater than God, worse than the devil? The dead eat it, and if the living eat it, they die. What is that thing?
Zombie.
Zombies are greater than God. What?
Zombies are not greater
Yeah.
than God.
No, don't think zombies is the right answer. So what is greater than God? I don't know is greater than God. I don't know is worse than the devil. No, it's not that. Right? So it couldn't be that answer. What?
There's nothing.
Okay, so maybe that would answer the first question. What is greater than God? Nothing. What is worse than the devil?
Hell.
No, I was thinking as well, bro.
Oh. Heaven is greater than God.
It's not.
See, now if you'd have stuck with your original answer, you might have got somewhere. What is worse than the devil? Nothing. What do the dead eat?
Nothing.
Right. And if the living eat
Nothing.
nothing, they.
Yeah.
Right. See? See? It's a riddle. Now, I don't know if you accept that, believe that to be true, but you can find out by.
I get it.
You can try it out if you want. Now, there's
You
several.
do like a YouTube channel or like
Oh, yeah, yeah. We have a
YouTube
YouTube.
channel.
Yeah, we have a
What-
YouTube.
What?
Living Rock Church, Killarney.
Hold it.
living what?
Living Rock Church, Killarney. It's actually on the back of some of these. I don't know if we have it on all of them, but no, it's not here. It's on the back of something anyway. Now we have other tests here, but
I did it once.
there's no. Yeah, okay. Now,
Search it in.
what? Just type it living, Living, ROCK, Church, Killarney.
Search.
Living Clarence.
Yeah. You'll see a little.
See it.
Yeah, that's the one. So what I'm doing out here every time I come here is asking this same question. I know it gets some people find it very annoying that I would go out and talk to people. They don't do it themselves, but they just find fault. There's only one person actually who just can't find anything positive to say, just finds all negative things, and trying to find things that I didn't say and what I did say, going through with a fine-toothed comb to find. I must find something that has been said here. But they can't see the good that is being done, and that is that some people are getting the gospel for the first time. Maybe you've never read the. Have you ever read the gospel before?
Yeah.
All right. If I was to ask you what is the gospel, what would you say it is? Seeing you've read it.
It's 50 years since I read it.
Oh, years. How old are you?
I'm 13.
So when did you start?
I read it when I went to church for the first
Well,
time.
look, is it not possible, based on what we've looked at here, that you could read something and miss what was being said? Or read it wrongly? Right? Isn't it possible?
Yeah.
Right. So if I was to give you Gospel of John and I said to you, what's your first name?
Answer.
Anthony?
Answer.
Anton?
Anson.
Anson.
Yeah.
Okay, Anson. If you were to have a fresh start, if you like, you could say, I'm going to read John's Gospel. And if I saw you again, maybe in a month or two or half a year from now, I could say, did you get round to reading that? You could say, oh, yes, I have. And then I could quiz you on some of the questions, right? So some people, when they're asked, what is the gospel? They simply think that the book that you've been given is the gospel, but that's only the book that contains the gospel. If you were to read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they're all 4 accounts of a gospel. So let's say something happened here out on the street today, an accident, right? 4 different people reported what was being said. If they all said exactly the same thing, you might get a bit suspicious. But if there was a slight variation in little details that they said, well, that's what we have in the Gospels. Some more or less the same message. But what is the guts of the message? I'll tell you in a nutshell, okay? It is about the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, right? So he conquered the grave, right? So he died and rose again, right? And that's the gospel. So what is the good news about that? It means that, hey, death is not the end, is it?
No.
No. What's after this life? Because you say you're a Christian, right?
Yeah.
Are you a Christian in the sense that you're raised in a Christian home, or one who has personally come to know Jesus Christ?
To know Jesus Christ.
Okay, how did that happen? Because you're only 13. I mean, how would that happen to a 13-year-old?
What was it?
I mean, do you pray and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, do you read the Bible?
Yeah.
But not very often.
Not very often when I do it.
Okay. So, but the idea being that a person has had an encounter with the risen Christ in some sense that you recognize, maybe, I'm only putting words in your mouth a little bit here. Perhaps you came to the point where you realized, I need to get right with God. And I'm a sinner. And I need to call upon the name of Jesus. And if whoever calls upon the name of the Lord will be saved. If you did that, you'd be saved, right? You'll take it with you. Take it all with you. It's free of charge. No problem. No strings attached. Okay? Yes. There are people who think that we read all their little comments and think we could waste our time with those. Better things to be doing than talking to people who are beyond the ability to comprehend simple, basic things. Oh well. What we'll do is just keep preaching the word. What they'll do is they'll just keep finding fault. And at the end of the day, what are they doing for the gospel? What are they doing? Hello there. Hello. Can you see me okay? Can you see me and hear me all right?
Perfectly fine.
Perfect. Do you want to do a test? It's an eye test.
I don't know if I have the time for that.
How
right
long
now.
do you think it takes?
Uh,
Read that sign. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just read the sign.
God is nowhere.
It could say that, couldn't it?
Good.
It could say something else.
Could say that God is somewhere.
No, it could say God is now here. It depends how you read it, you see. Some people read it one way, some people read it the other way, and I've been accused of being an atheist,
I see.
you see? So I'm not saying which it is, right? I'm just saying you have different perspectives on things, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
And therefore, I'd like to talk to those people and find out what they believe about things. Which category would you fall into, do you think?
Me personally, I'm kind of like, I'm not really any of them. Like I believe there could be something,
Oh, okay.
but I'm also not like
Commit,
preaching it,
not
you know?
committing it to it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Maybe you'd fall into the category of an agnostic.
I kind of forgot what that means.
Well,
I stopped paying attention.
Gnostic is to do with gnosis and to do with knowing. Like,
Yeah.
so an agnostic says, I don't know. He says, I know the evidence is staring me right in the face that there's a creator, but I just don't know. Like
Yeah.
there's a building right there. I don't know if someone built that. I just, maybe someone might have built it. I mean, I know that buildings don't build themselves, but hey, I just don't know. Would you say that about a building?
Well, I do know that it had to have gotten there somewhere, somehow.
Right. And they don't build themselves. You know that.
Yeah.
And if you've never seen a builder, that wouldn't be proof that there must not have been a builder,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
And yet that's not as complicated as a universe, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
But
And we do see some evidence of a designer there, don't we? Like they're all spheres, as far as I know, out
Yeah.
there, and then stars and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And it goes on and on and on. But of course, that all just created itself, right? It just built itself without a builder.
yeah, I do understand when like how the universe came to be. I get that.
Came to be. So you're admitting that, at least.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, the way the universe came to be, there's multiple wild theories that could have happened. There's so many ways that it could have happened. It could have been a higher power, like you suggest,
Mhm.
or it could have been just pure luck.
Aha! Well, here's the difference now. Do you believe in luck?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. Depends on if it works in my
exactly
favor.
what is it?
This is a great question.
Yeah.
I couldn't really define it now, but
Does it actually exist?
good point. Good point. Good point. In some circumstances, yes,
But how would you even define it then? If you don't, you can't really describe it. Do you believe in chance?
yeah,
What is that?
there's like it's probability.
Probability is a different thing.
Wouldn't that count as chance though?
Well, say for example. Now I'm going to just 1 second. I'm just recording.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, just so you know. Okay. So let's say, for example, if I had a coin in my pocket,
Mhm.
which I do, and if I said to you, let's say we tossed the coin, what are the chances? Wouldn't be the right way to say it, right?
Mhm.
Of it landing heads or tails.
Or, well, normally it would be 50-50, but there's also a very small chance that it could land on its side.
Right. Good point. Not many people spot that.
Mhm.
So it's highly likely it's going to fall one way or the other. But is it just a matter of chance?
I mean, I suppose it kind of is, but it also depends on how you flick the coin.
Exactly. So now we're getting into other things. There's the how much pressure one would put on the
Yeah,
thumb.
yeah.
Where did you start? Was there any atmospheric conditions? Right.
Maybe the wind knocks it off course. You
Right.
never know.
Exactly.
You never
Now
know.
let's say, for example, it was put in a laboratory machine in a medical laboratory, spring-loaded to the exact same pressure. Now, we have to even test to see if that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, obviously.
Right? But let's say it's put in the exact same position, exact same pressure, everything's exactly. It should land in the same place every single time, if science can be, followed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So it's really, when it comes to toss of a coin, it's not down to chance. It's down to probability or statistics and other factors. Okay. So when we look at things in life, we might think there's chance involved. But really, it doesn't exist.
Mm.
Right. So when people say that the universe came about by chance, it has to be something beyond that.
It's a very low chance, especially even now with like the conditions of the earth. That's like one in God knows how many. That's
Uh-huh.
like one in God knows how many chances. Very lucky.
Yeah, well, they say the statistics or the chances, if you want to use the word, would be like millions, billions, trillions to one,
Mhm.
right? And then, of course, why are we just denying it? That when we see creation all around us in the evidence of other things, such as the stool, any other thing. Oh,
Yeah.
there's definitely no. There's definitely a designer there, and yet we see a universe which, with all the creation in it. Now, some people might say, yeah, but there's things wrong with creation, right?
Suppose.
Okay,
There
but that
can be.
assumes that a higher standard than what we have.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say a car is sitting scratched up and crashed up by the roadside. We wouldn't conclude, what? They make cars like that these days? We'd say, what happened between the time it left the factory and now, right?
Yeah.
So when we see a fallen creation, we say, has gone wrong here.
Mhm.
Okay, but that's all accounted for in the biblical record, right? That God put a curse upon the earth. Weeds and thorns and thistles will come forth. Pain and suffering will come forth. All of these things are a result of man's rebellion against his creator, right? But he also has said he's going to restore all things at a later time. So there's a hope that it'll come, out of this mess that it's in. Just like at the moment, there's a deterioration of all things. Just like when you wind up your watch, or you probably don't do that, but let's say you
Nah.
charge your phone though,
Uh-huh.
right? It tends to deplete. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything, you have a nice car, it's going to get old, right? Your body's changing all the time. Everything's getting older. It's deteriorating, but there's coming a freedom from that deterioration and a bondage to corruption. It's called in the Bible. Okay. And that's the good thing. So, in a nutshell, can I ask your first name?
Justin.
Justin. Well, Justin Time. Right. You heard that so many times.
I actually haven't, believe it or not.
No?
Nah.
Well,
I'm more here Justin Bieber or Justin
right.
Timberlake.
Well, listen, the nuts and bolts of the gospel message would be that God himself stepped into his creation,
Mhm.
took on flesh as a human being, and lived a perfect life on this earth. But he also willingly took upon himself the judgment of those who had put their trust in him, that they don't have to face the judgment of God for their wrongdoing, their rebelliousness against their creator. He suffered in their place. He died, rose again the third day. But when he came out of the grave, he didn't crawl out like zombie.
Yeah.
He has overcome the grave. In fact, his disciples, when they saw him, hardly recognized him. New body? So this kind of gives you an insight as to what's in store for believers. A new creation, the whole world will be restored one day.
Yeah.
That's a hope. But also, our bodies, which will have died, will be raised again. And if we're alive when he comes back, then we'll be changed and have glorified bodies. This is all demonstrated in the Gospels, which I don't know if you've ever read any of those things or not. See, this is a good thing to start to do. Read and have a perspective of people who had a life-changing encounter with Jesus Christ. I have something to give to you. Justin, I don't want to take up all your time. You've been good enough to stop long enough. Here's one. That's one thing. And then here's would you prefer that or $1 million?
I'll take the million.
Well,
Honestly.
take it all. Take it all. I've got plenty. So there you go. I know you were kind of rushing away.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Have you ever had a kind of an encounter talking to someone about these things before?
No, I haven't, but I will say I would not be object to it happening again.
Okay.
I like going all existential.
Yeah,
It's
good.
kind of my style.
Because of course, I don't know if you've seen street preachers before. but I wasn't really, in the sense, preaching at people. I want to try and get a dialogue going
Yeah,
where we
yeah.
can have a conversation, and you can ask questions of one another, see what we believe
Yeah,
and
of
stuff
course.
like that. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed our time. And by the
It
way,
was fun.
our stuff, I'll edit stuff and put some of it on YouTube. So if it's of any use, if it comes out across, because the reason why I record it is because other people want to know not so much what I say,
Yeah,
but
it's
what
get
it.
many perspectives.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So because let's say if all I'm doing is preaching the same thing every time, that's fair enough. People get a bit bored with that, but
Yeah.
they want to know. So when you're out talking to people, is it really hard to talk to people? I said, no, I haven't found it hard as long as you go about it the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And they want to know. So what went on in that conversation? I said, well, the young man just answered some questions,
Some
and
questions had a bit
that
of
was
back and
all
forth,
it
you know.
was. Yeah, simple. Well, thanks for stopping.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
a good
Michael, by
one.
the way. Yep. Thank you. Bye. Of course, the critic who sits at home doing nothing will find fault. Say, you said something there. You must have said something there that I can find fault with. But they won't do anything to talk to other people and bring the gospel to them. And so I could care less. I could care less what anyone who does nothing has to say. Hello. Perhaps you'd like a little booklet. Thank you. Where are you from? Syria? Oh, good. I met some Syrian people the last day. You're welcome. That was the Fool tract. Have to get rid of some of these older tracks that talk about it's your choice. Ooh. Yes, people will choose the right thing, but they'll always choose according to their nature. And of course, their nature, being a fallen nature, will always choose the wrong thing. Unless God, by His Spirit, regenerates and changes us, we would always be inclined to choose the wrong thing. Thank God for the regeneration that takes place as the Spirit of God draws people to Himself. He doesn't draw all people, for if all were drawn, they would all come to Christ. Because unless, of course, that drawing is so weak that it doesn't actually do anything effective at all. I believe in effective calling, something that is so powerful that it will draw people, like the way a fisherman draws fish. It will draw to himself those who are his own. He saves his own people from their sins. Hey there! Hey there! Hey there! How are you doing? Well, you look like you could do a question for me, could you?
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Where are you from? England?
I'm from Ireland.
Right, you had a slight English accent, I thought there.
Probably because I'm autistic and
Okay.
I grew up watching British TV, so that's
Oh,
why.
very good. What? How long goes that? Maybe I know some of the shows.
God
Okay, you
is
can stand here.
now
It's probably better if you read it from. Now, it could say that. I'll give it to you. There's possible readings here. Okay, and if you're dyslexic, I don't know if that would help or not.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Fun test. What does this say? God is nowhere. No, 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 no.
Now, it could say that.
God is now here.
It could say that as well, depending on one's perspective.
God is now here.
I think you were right the first two times.
Okay then. Right.
Now, do you see this one here?
Yes.
What do you see there? You can read it all if you like. It says, "Fun test. Test your perception."
How many ladies can you see? Is there one or is there two?
Now, I think that's spelt wrong, by the way. I think it should say, "Is there one or are there two?" But that's not part of the question. That's just somebody wrote that wrong. Okay, now, when you look at that picture in the middle, what do you see?
I see.
Do you see a woman at all? Yes.
I feel like the woman is like the picture's taken from the back of her head. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective.
Well, maybe you need to stand over here.
Maybe, yeah. I know.
Don't worry. It's just that a lot of people will see a young woman, but not everyone can see an old woman. No. That's my YouTube channel.
No, I can't see that.
No. You can't see any women?
No.
Okay, stand up straight. Do you not see a woman looking over to her right? Over, like she's turned like that to her right. Yeah? She's turned to her right. She's got black hair
Yeah.
and she's wearing like a white hood. See? Don't worry about it if you can't see it, because that's not the issue. The thing is that everyone's got a perspective,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Your perspective and mine may not be the same, right?
Okay.
When it comes to the question of that one there, some people are going to say, God is nowhere. Others are
Yeah.
going to say, God is now here.
God is now here.
So,
yeah.
who's right?
It depends on your perspective.
Exactly, right?
It depends on how you look at it first.
Well,
So,
you know what I would say?
uh-huh.
I would say to even have that conversation, one would need to define the meaning of the word God.
Yes.
Because if I said God is nowhere, and I was referring to my dog at home, and I meant my dog is nowhere,
Yes.
right? But what am I saying when I say God? Like, so that's what it leads me into some further questions that I generally ask the public to get a general picture of what people believe. So if I was to ask you, what's your first name?
Rory.
Correct. You got that one right. Okay.
Oh, but of course I got it right. That's my name. I should know my name by now. I've been on this earth for 23
I know,
years.
but other people might call you names, and you say that's not my name.
Oh, right.
Right. Okay. Now, my first question really is this, or is it my second question?
Depends.
All right.
Mhm.
Do you believe Rory? Is it
Rory.
Rory? Do you believe that there is a God?
Um. I don't know. Like I made my communion and my confirmation, and then but that was because I went to a Catholic school,
Right.
and I I I wouldn't like go to church or anything. No offense, but like I wouldn't like be going to church every Sunday or whatever. But I'm sure there is something up there, you know. I mean, who it is or what it is, I don't know. But
When
I
you say something up there, I'm looking up there at the top of that building. Are you meaning like way beyond there?
up in the sky because that's
Yeah.
apparently that's what a lot of people believe. Like way up there's like, is there a heaven?
Well, here's the thing, Rory.
Mhm.
If you have said back up, before I can answer that question, I'd have to define what is meant by God, right? See? So they're probably going to just pass on by what I'm talking. It's okay. You can join in. You can listen and answer the questions as you wish. So I'm saying is like, if someone says that they believe that there is a God, and I say, well, what do you mean? What I actually do you mean by God? That would be another question. See? Like if I was to ask these guys, I'll ask these guys, right? Do you believe that there is a God?
Yes, we do.
Right. Now we need to back up, don't we, and say, by God, what do you mean? Because we could be talking about completely different. See, he thinks it's a higher power, like the government, right? The government, or electricity.
Yeah.
So that's what you think God is, electricity.
Yeah, like
And so that's an interesting view. You believe there's a God?
I do.
What is God to you then?
My savior.
Oh, so somebody else coming, Savior. All of a sudden, we're really going into deep theology here. Savior, and now we got what? You say Creator
Creator of the world.
of just the world, but not the stars and the sun.
He's the creator of the whole entire universe.
There you go. Now that's what most people believe that God means. Okay, Not just a higher power, but an extremely high
Shit was
power.
deep.
Yeah. What?
That was deep as shit, man.
That was deep. Yeah.
That was deep, right?
Wow.
Now he's gone way into different colleges here talking about the Savior. We haven't got to that yet. You're way ahead. You're way ahead. You're in grade 2 here.
What's that mean?
What?
Like I mean,
Well, I'm only asking,
Like
is there a
the next
God?
one.
I'm only asking, is there a God? I'm not asking
No,
what you.
there's no right or wrong answer in this match.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not asking what you believe.
Yeah.
So first of all, we heard there, it's the belief in a creator of the whole universe. Second question is, do you have a soul?
yeah, I do.
On my shoes, yes.
Ah. But hold on, don't you have 2 souls then?
Yes.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
Too many.
But what you're really referring to?
6 or 7.
You've only got 2 feet. You've only got 2 feet. You've only got 2 feet for those that are your soles of your feet, right?
Yes.
Now here's the question: soul. What do you mean by soul? What is what? Now you're way ahead of the rest. So wait for yours in a second.
inner spirit.
Inner spirit.
Inner spirit.
You're copying.
Inner spirit.
Probably, yes.
I think your soul is what leaves you when you die. And it goes
Okay,
down.
now you're way ahead here now.
Right, now you're-
So
you're-
if I said what is
you're
this?
up here.
You're up here. Bring
You're
it
up
down
here.
to you.
We need
Yeah.
to come down a bit. Right?
The soul, right? Some people say it's that immaterial part of you. You could refer to it as spirit or soul. Either one will do, right? The immaterial part of you, which is your personality. And what did he say? It leaves you after you die, right? Right.
Oh, somewhere about there.
All right. Now, my
That's it,
final
that's it,
question
that's it.
then.
Friends doing it.
Right, boys,
You ready?
One more question.
You ready for the final question?
Yeah.
Rory,
Yes.
you were the main man here.
Lots of more people over the
Right, what was
I
it?
wanna listen to
What-
you.
Right, boys,
the-
everyone be quiet if you're going to send around.
You know it's not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? You didn't have. Well, like the only reason I say it's because when it says call a friend, it didn't say call all your friends. You know. All right. All right. So the question is, so then what happens to your soul, spirit, inner being, whatever you want, after you die? What happens then?
Go to the afterlife.
The holy
What?
God. Go to the afterlife. Heaven or hell.
Okay, he's getting theological
He's
here.
going to
Right,
hell.
boys, go one at a time, yeah?
Yeah,
One at a time.
yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
The soul leaves the body, right?
Leaves the body.
Yeah.
And I think it's whatever you believe in.
Okay, I believe I go to Disneyland.
You know.
No, whatever you believe.
Disneyland.
whatever
But if you
want.
no, hold on. If I say I believe in Disneyland, is that where I'm going?
No.
If you want It's whatever you believe.
Why would I
happens.
want to go to Disneyland?
It's
What,
whatever-
Florida or Europe or where? Like,
It's whatever you believe happens
what if?
after death.
Okay, what if you're wrong?
Yeah.
What if you're
You
wrong?
can never be wrong.
Oh, really? You can never be
No
wrong.
one can, no one
You
can
just
say
gotta
you're-
hope. and
What do you
gotta
mean?
believe it.
So you can believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's not real belief. That's just
That's belief.
wishing for things.
Yeah,
So
well,
what's actual belief?
Like you might say, I
there's
want to
no
wish. I want to wish to go to some place where it's this paradise. I can do whatever I want.
This is paradise. I can do whatever I want to.
Really? What happens when what happens when you break the law?
Can you throw a Molotov cocktail at a building and get away with it?
Yeah, could you, boy? You think you could?
All right, stand back. Liam, Rory, step forward. Okay, stand. Okay, because we're getting to the nuts and bolts of it here now. We're asking the question. It's okay. It's okay. We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out. Okay. So here's the question.
Hello, son.
What's going to happen to you when you die? Your body is going to die,
This is my cousin
right?
here.
Your spirit's going to, or soul's going to leave the body. And listen to this. It is appointed unto men to die once,
They're recording us.
and after
Yo,
this,
no recording, no recording.
Boys, we get the questions.
Are you ready? It is appointed unto men to die once, and after this,
feel your body when you die.
What?
You can't feel your body when
What are
you
you
die.
saying?
Facts about it.
No, go back to the-
You
actually can't
Oi,
feel-
Where did you suddenly come
How
from?
would you know?
Your
How
mouth,
would you
your
know?
mouth.
When you die, you can't feel your body. You
How do you know that?
How do you know?
How do you know that?
Yeah, who
Because
told you, Callum? Callum,
I-
who told you?
Mm,
I actually read the Bible inside school. Thank you very much.
inside school.
What?
Just read it in Irish.
No, we have an English one. And
So basically, you haven't experienced it. You read a book about it.
Yeah, who says the book's true?
Yeah.
is up. When you
His time to speak.
when when you die,
Yeah.
your body might decompose.
It will. It will.
Your
Right.
your
Move it.
body-
1 second. Yes. Yes.
your body might decompose and eventually become part of the earth, but
Yeah.
your spirit,
Yeah, you'll have-
lives on.
Okay. Step forward. So we don't want to get too far away.
Hop on. Don't be doing.
Yeah, because this is going to be on YouTube, and people are going to be commenting on it. Especially one particular guy who finds fault with everything we do. Anyway, not him, not her.
My mum's gonna kill
So listen,
me if she sees
It's
this.
not. It's not a matter of my body might decompose when I die. It will.
Yes.
Like
him out
there's
of here.
not
No.
much chance of
No.
that not
Get
happening.
him out.
Okay, but we're not asking what happens to your body, are we? We're not asking what happens to the body. We're saying what's going to happen to you. You're more than a body. What's going to happen to you?
I'm gonna finish this.
Do you have any idea?
Whether we die and we get born again as someone like, say, if we die as us and then we get born again as us in the future.
Reincarnation.
Yes,
that sounds like
what I mean.
reincarnation. That's not a biblical view, by the way. Just so you'll know, it is just a theory that people think I'm going to come back as an ant, I'm going to come back as a spider, come back as a horse and a hare, and eventually it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so here's the deal.
I want to be a cat. I'll just lie around and do nothing.
You know that a lot. You do know a lot of cats get run over. By
I'll be a dog then.
Now you don't want to be. You,
We're on YouTube.
you don't
Riley.
forget about all that. Forget about all that.
What
Okay,
happens when you
so listen. What happens? Well, according to the Bible. Now I don't know what other religions are saying, but they've got their views. But biblically, it says this: "It is appointed unto men to die once, and after this, the judgment." So there's going to be a judgment, and the question is, how will you do on that day, on the judgment day? How do you think you do? So I'm going to ask a quick question. If you were to stand before God on judgment day, right, assuming God is the judge, Jesus Christ is the judge, you said you read in your Bible, right? There's going to be a judgment day. How do you think you're going to do on judgment day?
He do very bad anyways. He's a very poor boy.
It's not a religious exam, like saying answer all the questions. It's
YouTube, bud.
what's he doing?
Stop messing.
Is he messing around?
No, I'm waving to the camera.
Hello, ladies. How are we?
Okay. So listen, are you religious? You're the religious one, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this: do you think you're a good person?
When I want to be, sometimes, most of the time, 95%
Okay.
of the time I am.
95.
How perfect do you have to be to enter heaven?
Minus 95%.
Empty your bag.
100%, and you're not 100%. Who is?
Me.
Only Jesus Christ, right? Okay. So if you were basing it on your performance, how do you think you'd do?
Bro's spitting facts here.
He's been
Yeah, he's
spitting.
spitting facts here. Yeah.
To be honest, I'd do pretty good. Like.
You think you're going to do pretty good. But listen to this. Here's a quotation from Jesus Christ in the Bible, which you say you've read, right? Or you do read. Jesus said this: unless your righteousness, which is your standard of living, morality, is greater than that of the Pharisees and scribes, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, who were the Pharisees and scribes? You may have read about them. They were squeaky clean, never broke laws, obeyed every law to the letter, okay? Very morally upright, and they were self-righteous. I'm very good. I think I'd be doing okay, right? That's how good they thought they were. But Jesus didn't say, your standard must be equal to theirs. What did he say? This is Matthew 5:20. Unless your righteousness exceeds theirs, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven.
you.
Okay.
Do you think you're going to heaven? No. Do you think you are? What percent do you think you are?
0. I'm a sinner.
Oh.
As are all of us. As are all of us, right?
We've been duped here,
However, though I am a sinner, Christ paid for my sins on the cross. Therefore, I'm not trusting in myself and how good I am, but in what Jesus Christ did. That was the purpose of him dying on the cross, right? And he rose again. So let's say that he came into this world and lived a perfect life. Okay, he never sinned. He never broke a single law, right? And yet, let's say his perfect record, was given to you. Let's say he says, let me take all your sin from you, and let me give you my perfect righteousness. Yes. Okay. Then what would you be trusting in how good you are?
Teenagers tell themselves to
If they want to be on camera being, one of those touchy-feely type?
He's my boyfriend.
See, and I'll tell you what, when you're talking about the serious things of God and people do that, you might want to rethink doing that. Seriously.
I actually want to learn here.
Yeah. Well, step into the camera here a second. No.
Step into the camera.
So here's the, and you're, don't forget Rory now. Now, remember what we said. Are you trusting in yourself?
Stop that. Stop.
They can't help it. They can't help it. They're giddy teenagers.
I have ADHD.
I have ADHD as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I
So
have
does he.
ADHD and Asperger's.
And he's not messing like that. He's not doing anything like that.
I have ADHD and Asperger's. Deal with it.
There you go.
Deal with it.
I have ADHD too, lads.
Okay, listen.
Guys, deal with it.
Listen. Are you trusting in yourself,
What are your names, girls?
or are you trusting in what Jesus Christ did?
Angel and Amy.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're single.
Now listen again. Listen again. You're being distracted. You're being distracted here.
Hey, come on, listen.
Are you single? Are you single?
yes.
Lads, be quiet and listen.
I,
Lads, clap on and listen, boys.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, sir.
Going back to the question: are you trusting in yourself, or in what Jesus Christ did?
Me. Like he did, like hang off cross for us, like.
What was he actually doing? Obviously, he was suffering physically, but what was he really doing? More than the physical.
He was trying to
I
help
trust
everyone.
everything.
He wasn't
I say.
trying.
Everything
He
I
was.
say is right.
He came to rescue his people from their sins. Okay, he was being punished in their place. Okay, and not only that, he was suffering the fullness of God's judgment on himself, as if he was the one who was the guilty one when he wasn't. So he's taking the place of sinners who've trusted in him, and he's giving them his gift of righteousness. Now, are you trusting in yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to work, is it? So when you stand before God and He goes, "Why should I let you into heaven?" You go, "I'm such a good person, you know." What do you think He's going to say?
He's getting the middle.
Really? By what standard do you think you're such a good person? You know that one young man came running up to Jesus one day and said, "Good teacher, what must I do to inherit the kingdom of God, to go to heaven?" Jesus said to him, "Why do you call me good? There's only one that's good, and that's God. Would you say you're good?"
No.
No, neither would I if it was compared to God, right?
Yeah. Like we're like evil to God.
Right. So what do we need? We need God's mercy. And He doesn't have to have mercy on us. He could say, "To hell with a lot of them." He could say that, and He has every right to do so.
Is somebody
If
live
if God
streaming us
judged,
right now? Are we live? Are we live?
no,
Oh,
no.
Good.
Good. No, I'll edit out the bits that we don't want. I'll put in the bits that we do want on a
Yes.
separate video of what happens.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead. It better be good.
Is there a possibility that
Money? You want
you
money?
believe you are determined on whether you go to heaven or hell based on your guilt?
That's actually a good
Like,
question.
Well,
if you-
everyone's
if you-
guilty.
Yeah, but if you have guilt that you haven't overcame,
Seriously?
or if you've done something and you haven't made up for it,
Everyone's guilty, right? Why do you think psychologists have a job? A lot of people go around with carrying guilt, okay? And it's a question of how do you deal with your guilt is the question, right? You can just say, "Oh, pretend it's not there." You can go to a psychologist, whatever. But what you need is really to get, you can confess it. You can make amends for it when you do something wrong, okay? But ultimately, we're guilty before God,
Yeah, James is over there.
right? So, on the basis of you being guilty,
Go to the bin. He's not
but
littering.
he's not listening to this.
all right, okay, that's good. On the basis of you being guilty, right, you ought to be sent to a place of punishment. What is your guilt, though? Is it a matter of, I might have told a lie, I might have done a wee bit of shoplifting? It could be something minor that you think, oh, it's nothing big. But you know what our real sin against God is? Rebelliousness against the Creator and saying, "Don't tell me how to live my life." That's basically what it is. And rebellion is in the heart of every young man and women and girls. There's a rebelliousness within each one of us. This guy decided to play music. Wow. Do you mind at all? No. Hopefully it'll pick up this more than him. No. He has a right to be there.
He doesn't turn it down.
No.
He's very good music.
Okay. Well, listen. Okay. All I can say is take something with you, right? I don't know what you want. You can read some things. Have anyone got an interest in reading John's Gospel? There's a whole Gospel of John, right? We have. If you're not interested, don't worry. There's plenty of things. Even for the girls, there's love stories. I was saying to the girls.
Give that to your
Hey! Give that to me. Give that to me. Give that
You're looking for love?
story
You're
to
looking
me.
for love?
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, I'm sure she's out there somewhere.
God
Anyone
loves
else?
you.
There you go. There you go. Okay, guys. So don't forget, we have a YouTube channel called Living Rock Church Killarney. You may check it out. Thank you for stopping by and being so touchy-feely and everything. All right, don't break my hand. Okay, thanks, guys. Okay, Rory.
Yes.
Now, I hope you got the gist of all of that. Okay.
Yes.
Hope you got the
See you,
gist.
girls.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, you were saying?
Yes. So it's good to have a bit of an extra crowd at times.
Yes.
But I hope you get the idea that when we die, we're going to have to face a judgment. And that's on the basis of how, if we're trusting in ourselves, and on the basis of that, we'd all be doomed.
So are you saying that we don't decide where we go? So when we die, a judge will decide whether you're a good person or a bad person.
Well,
So if you're a good person, you'll go to heaven,
Well-
and if you're a bad person, you'll go to hell.
Well, there really isn't any good person. That's the thing.
Okay,
That's the
right.
problem. So, and if it was a courtroom where a judge would not say to somebody, "Well, where do you want to go?"
I find you guilty of such and such, and I sentence you to hell or something.
Yeah, well, we don't fully understand what hell is, but it's certainly a place to be avoided. Whether it's a place of torment forever and ever, or whether it's a place without the presence of God, in the sense of God's love, whatever that means, okay? And there's so many different views these days about what it actually means. I think it's going to be everlasting torment of some sort, but what that is, how that would be acted out, I don't know.
Right.
But I do know, if it's described like that, I would want to avoid it at all costs. But the thing is, people are not looking for God. God is looking for man. The Bible says that Jesus, the Son of Man, Son of God, came to seek and to save the lost. Okay. Now, he will bring people to himself and draw them to himself. Okay.
Right.
And there'll be some people will have a great interest. They'll say, "I need to know more about this. I need to know more about the gospel and about Jesus Christ." Others will say, "Sure, I've heard it all before," or it'll be like water off a duck's back. They won't show an interest.
Yeah.
But when God says that, this is what Jesus said in John's Gospel: "My sheep hear my voice." So let's say the message is going out to 100 different people,
right?
And one person goes, "I hear within the message a message beckoning me to come," whereas everyone else goes, "Sure, he's just talking nonsense."
Yeah.
Right? But if you hear the shepherd calling to you, saying, "Come on to me," if you're weary and if you're damaged in life, or if you're laden down with sin, whatever the case may be, when you come to him, he says, "I will give you rest." So there you go. I better stop doing my stuff for today because there's a lot of background noise. But if you've never read, do you read much at all?
I read books, yes.
I've got a little book for you. One second. You're close up now. They'll see everything. Warts and all.
Sorry, I said God. Whoops. Oh dear.
Well, some people say, "Dear God."
Hi, Mom.
That's good. Yeah.
7 steps to knowing God.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's something extra. I've got a few extra little things in there.
It's Albert Einstein.
Well, it is Albert Breinstein.
Albert Breinstein. He was a genius.
Yes.
Albert Einstein.
Yes.
He was a genius.
Well, Rory, it's been a pleasure meeting you today. And if you want, and if you tell your mother I was on a YouTube channel. You can
Okay.
tell her. It's on Living Rock Church, Killarney.
Okay.
You want to check that out?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you.
stopping.
Thank you.
Okay. Hope you get a girlfriend soon.
Bye
All right. Bye.
guys.
Bye.